Hey, what's good? I'm Tristan. You're watching Precision Rifle Reviews. Today, for the purpose of review, I've got a really cool item. Whether or not you're shooting a rifle in a competition scenario, or even if you're just out hunting, knowing your scope values or your target values, if you wanted to call it that, to all these different distances that you will or may be shooting at is going to be very, very critical. Especially in a competition, you might have, say, 4 different targets to engage inside a certain time period, and you might be indexing that distances, you might be holding over that distance, you may be holding under those distances, but you've got to have some sort of a little reminder. A lot of people write it on the rifle and put it on the rifle in the ready, so it's there ready to go, hanging off the side of the scope. The drama with that is that sometimes it's flopping around, you're coming in and out of barricades, it gets hit and it can get caught up. But then also when you put your gun back in what they call the gun box, which is not a wooden box, it's just a painted box on the ground, they don't particularly like you touching your rifle again. So you're sort of not breaking the rules, but you just quickly always, you feel, I'm just grabbing my data card off and putting it on, putting it off. So there has to be a better solution, and there is. It comes from a company called Armageddon Gear, and it's called the Competition Data Armband. Now, you purchase it from, here in Australia, from a company called Low Vis Gear. They're an Australian company, Australian-owned company, doing really, really wonderful things. I've purchased from them before, and we've reviewed some of their items before. I'm going to hyperlink their information below, so you can go and take a look at it after we've done with the review. Give their page a like, because like I say, it is a great company. When you purchase this box, this kit, I received a Low Vis Gear patch, which is really cool, their business card, and the thing that I like about their business card is they've made a provision on the back of the business card to index your rifle, which is really cool. Now you will receive some Alco wipes, but I have a hack for this item and it even works better than the Alco wipes, so stick with me. You receive 2 pens. Now this one is a permanent marker, this one is a Alco wipe. Then you receive the 2 whiteboards. Basically think of the whiteboard that's in your office or in your school room, shrink it down and put it on your wrist. You also receive a Velcro cuff. I've got the Velcro cuff on my wrist right now. Now this is not elasticity at all, so however tight you put it on is how tight it will stay all day, which is a really good thing. Okay, so this is a Velcro back. All that you would do is take whatever data you want, and there is no right or wrong way of doing this. As an example, you've got target 1 at 600 meters, target 2 at 409, as you can see there, target 3, and then I have indexed the amount of elevation that I will need to do it. So you can just go through, you can quickly just now Velcro that to your wrist, and as I'm shooting, I can just look down at it. I know that I can see that I've just got to go 4.1, 2.8, 1.4. It's that easy. So like I say, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. I've even seen guys writing themselves little messages on here, nothing to do with the scope at all, as in like stay on rifle, trigger control, breathe, all those sorts of things, and it really does help. In a hunting scenario, what I've been doing, I was out for a hunt the other day and I had this. What I'd done is I sat there, and I always do this when I'm hunting anyway, is if I'm looking at an area, I would range a whole heap of different items in that area, so I know the ranges. If something appears at that range, I know that it's whatever distance, I can dial it or I can hold it and engage that target, no problems at all. But what I did is I had drawn it on here. I'd drawn a fence line, I'd drawn a creek in there, and I'd ranged a few things, put the range, and then just written on there the amount of elevation that I'm going to need to get to it. So like I say, you just get the permanent marker and say, I was going to, in this instance, instead of doing like I'd just done on the other one, what I could do, like I say, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. Draw your reticle, and then you could draw on there at what distances or at whatever you wanted, you were going to need to hold over for your reticle. There's just as many opinions is how many ways that you could think to do it. Then you get this whiteout pen, you go over the top of it like that. The whiteout pen will make it disappear, and then you can go ahead and rub it off, which is really, really cool. It does come with the Alco wipes, but like I said, there's a hack. All right, so here's the other one that we had done. Now, because like I say, it's a permanent marker, it does not matter if this is rain, hail or shine, it's never coming off. It's permanently marked on there. What's the one thing that you get when you're out shooting? Bugs and lots of flies, particularly here in Australia. This is just standard like fly spray. Spray one little bit of fly spray on there, get your tissue, totally clean. So not only do you now have a clean whiteboard, but you've also got rid of a few flies from around you. It's a really good hack, so it's a really good way. Like I say, you can use the pen. The pen's no problems at all, it works well, but just a little bit of fly spray is a hell of a lot quicker. You just have a cloth with you. Basically, that's an overview of the Armageddon competition data armband. Head over to Low Vis Gear and check them out. Give the page a like, and I'll hyperlink Armageddon gear as well. Until the next video, I'm Tristan. If you take value in the videos that we bring you, please go ahead and give it a like, share it around, subscribe.